Your Toyota is draining its own battery right now. Not because something is broken, not because your battery is old, because 6 factory default settings are running in the background every single hour your car is parked. Most owners never touch these settings. They do not even know they exist, but they quietly pull current from your battery around the clock. And over weeks and months that adds up to dead starts, shortened battery life, and repair bills that never needed to happen. These are not theories. These are real settings buried inside Toyota's connected services system, the infotainment menu, and the vehicle settings panel. Once you know where they are and what they are actually doing, you will understand why your battery is struggling. Let's go through all 6. Do not skip to the end, because setting number 4 is the one most Toyota owners argue about until their battery dies, proving they are wrong. Setting number 1, Toyota Connected Services running in Always On mode. This one catches almost every Toyota owner off guard. If your vehicle is equipped with Toyota's Connected Services platform, which includes features like Remote Start, Vehicle Status Alerts, and Safety Connect, the telematics control unit inside your car never fully sleeps. It stays connected to Toyota's cellular network at all times. Even when the car is parked, locked, and sitting in your driveway at 3 in the morning, that telematics control unit is maintaining a live data connection. The telematics control unit is located behind the dashboard, typically near the center stack or glove box area, and it draws a continuous parasitic load from the battery. Toyota designed this so that features like stolen vehicle locator, automatic collision notification, and remote commands can respond instantly. That design makes sense when you are driving regularly. It becomes a problem when the car sits for extended periods. If you are not actively using Toyota Connected Services features, or your trial subscription has already expired, that unit is still pulling power with zero benefit to you. Go into your vehicle settings menu on the infotainment screen, navigate to the Toyota Connected Services section, and review what is actively enabled. If you are not using remote features regularly, reducing the background activity or disabling connected services entirely will stop that constant cellular drain and give your battery a real break. Setting number 2, Bluetooth Always On scanning mode. Every Toyota equipped with Bluetooth connectivity has a setting that most owners never change from the factory default. By default, Toyota's Bluetooth system stays in active scanning mode even when no device is connected. What that means is the Bluetooth module inside the head unit is constantly broadcasting a discovery signal, searching for previously paired phones, searching for new devices, waiting for a connection that may never come. The Bluetooth antenna and communication module sit inside the head unit, which is the main infotainment display unit mounted in the center of your dashboard. Even with the car off and locked, there is a post-ignition power window, a period after shutdown where this module continues scanning before it fully powers down. In some Toyota models, that window extends longer than intended due to software behavior that Toyota has acknowledged in multiple technical service bulletins. To address this, go into your infotainment system, select Settings, then Bluetooth, and turn off automatic device search or set Bluetooth to manual pairing mode only. Some models allow Bluetooth to only activate when a previously paired device is detected, rather than continuously broadcasting. That one change reduces unnecessary battery load every single time the car is parked. Setting number 3, Wi-Fi hotspot broadcasting when you're not using it. If your Toyota has a built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, and this applies to many models from 2018 onward, including the RAV4, Camry, Highlander, Tacoma, and Tundra, you need to check whether that hotspot is set to broadcast continuously. Toyota's factory default in many trim levels leaves the Wi-Fi hotspot active after setup, which means it can create a network signal even when you are not in the car, and even when there is nobody nearby to use it. The Wi-Fi hotspot function is powered through the same telematics and connectivity module that handles Toyota's connected services. It draws power from the 12-volt battery system, not the hybrid battery on hybrid models, and it does not run in a low-power sleep state. It draws full module power because it maintains an active Wi-Fi signal. Go to your infotainment settings, find the Wi-Fi hotspot section, and either disable the hotspot entirely or set it to require manual activation each time. You should not have your car broadcasting a Wi-Fi network into your neighborhood 24 hours a day while you are sleeping. Turn it off and only activate it when you are actually inside the vehicle and need the connection. Setting number 4. Remote Start System Idle Drain. This is the one that causes arguments. Toyota's Remote Start feature, available through the Toyota app and through the key fob on many models, is incredibly useful in summer heat and winter cold. Nobody's disputing that. But the way Toyota's Remote Start system operates creates a persistent background drain that most owners don't account for. Here's what's actually happening. The Remote Start Receiver module, integrated into the body control module and the security system architecture, stays in a high readiness state by default. This readiness state ensures that when you tap the Remote Start button on your phone or fob, the car responds within seconds. That fast response requires the system to be running in a near-awake state, rather than a true sleep state. On Toyota models with both app-based remote commands and key fob remote start, this can mean 2 separate systems maintaining readiness simultaneously. The body control module in the driver's side footwell and the telematics module behind the dashboard are both drawing current. If you live in a climate where you use remote start only occasionally, go into your Toyota app settings and manage which remote features are enabled. On the vehicle side, check your vehicle settings for remote start activation preferences and set them to the least power-intensive option. You don't need instant 5-second response time if you're planning your morning anyway. A slightly delayed battery-friendly mode is a far smarter trade-off. Setting number 5. Smart Key System. Sensitivity is set too high. Toyota's Smart Key System, the system that lets you unlock and start the car just by having the key fob in your pocket, uses a series of low-frequency antennas embedded around the door handles, the trunk, and the interior of the vehicle. These antennas pulse constantly, sending out detection signals and waiting for a response from your key fob. The antennas are located inside the front door handles on both the driver side and the passenger side, inside the rear door handles near the trunk or liftgate release, and inside the cabin near the front floor area. Every one of these antenna points requires electrical current to maintain its detection field. On many Toyota models, the Smart Key System does not enter a deep sleep state until well after the doors have been locked and a specific timeout has passed. What makes this worse is that Toyota offers a sensitivity setting in some models that adjusts the detection range of the Smart Key System. Many vehicles are left at maximum sensitivity from the factory. Maximum sensitivity means the antennas are pulsing harder and more frequently, consuming more power to detect your key fob from further away. Unless you specifically need that maximum range, reducing the Smart Key sensitivity in your vehicle settings conserves power without meaningfully affecting your daily experience. You will still unlock the car when you touch the handle. You will just do it while using less battery power to get there. Setting number 6. Automatic headlight and ambient lighting set to always on. This last setting costs people more than they expect because it seems harmless on the surface. Toyota's automatic headlight system uses a light sensor, typically embedded at the base of the windshield near the rear view mirror, to detect ambient darkness and activate the headlights. This system also ties into interior ambient lighting on models that have it, including the Camry XSE, higher RAV4 trims, the Highlander, and Lexus adjacent Toyota variants. The problem is not the headlights themselves. Those require the ignition to be on. The real problem is the interior cabin lighting logic and the always-on behavior of the ambient light sensor circuit. The light sensor positioned at the top of the dashboard, along the windshield base, draws a small but continuous current to remain active even when the vehicle is parked. On certain Toyota models, the ambient lighting control module also maintains a partial power state to allow interior lighting to respond quickly when doors open. Over days and weeks, especially in covered parking, a garage, or any low-light environment, this means the sensor and lighting module are maintaining a heightened readiness state around the clock. Go into your vehicle settings, find the lighting or interior lighting menu, and set the ambient lighting to manual or off when not needed. For the automatic headlight sensitivity, check if your model allows you to adjust the threshold for activation. Lowering sensitivity means the system powers up less aggressively and the sensor circuit relaxes slightly between activations. Here is the part that ties all 6 of these together. Toyota builds excellent batteries. The factory-installed batteries in Camry, RAV4, Tacoma, and Tundra models are rated for consistent performance. But no battery survives sustained parasitic drain indefinitely. The settings covered in this video do not individually destroy your battery overnight. They do it gradually, consistently, and invisibly. You will notice slower cranking on cold mornings. You will notice the battery light flickering. You will notice the car struggling to start after sitting for a long weekend. By that point, the battery has already been weakened, and the next dead start is only a matter of time. Turning off these 6 settings does not cost anything. It takes less than 10 minutes to go through your Toyota menus and make these adjustments. And it genuinely extends battery life, reduces the number of times you will need a jump, and keeps your Toyota electrical system running the way it was designed to. Toyota's connected technology is impressive, but impressive features running in the background for no reason are not a feature. They are a drain. Go through these settings today. Your battery will notice the difference before your next oil change. If you are enjoying this content, consider watching the next video, where I break down the exact reasons why Toyota batteries fail earlier than they should, and what the dealer will not tell you about preventing it.